Making my daughter a poodle skirt, and I thought I'd bring you along with me. She's going to a 50's fling for school. I bought elastic here, and I basically just measured that around her waist, and then I measured the material around her waist too. I wanted to get felt, but I ended up getting flannel. They didn't have felt, but I kind of thought felt would be a little bit stiffer and I wouldn't have to use like a petticoat or anything. But they have this flannel and it feels kind of stiff, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm totally winging this. I do sew. I do, repairs and things like that. I've made quilts and things, but I haven't sewn in a while. And anyway, I just thought I'd bring you along with me. It's always so fun to sew, for me anyway. I love to sew and crochet and things. It's therapeutic. I'm doing just a basic stitch here because, and I'm doing a little bit wide because that elastic has to be able to fit through this hole here when I get done. And I'm not going to pin it or anything like that. We're just going for it. I'm not doing a back and forth stitch here because I'm going to end up sewing this side and the other side together, to make this skirt. So just going to go on down here. Okay. And that step is done. So here's where, I've sewn this side and I've got all the way to the other end of the skirt, which is the bottom of it. And I'm just going to clean up. I'm going to do a small hem here just to kind of clean up that edge because I don't want it to, fray on her at night while she's dancing the night away, while she's burning up the dance floor. So anyway, we're just going to clean this up. Again, no pins. We're just going to sew it in a nice clean line. Okay, so that hem is done, and I went ahead and went over it a couple of times so it would start fraying. So here's my elastic, and I've got a safety pin here. I'm going to just poke it through, and we are going to put it in this thicker top that I sewed. Okay, this is going to be the top of her skirt. So we are just going to put it through here. I'm just going to put it in here and try to keep it kind of straight if you can. And just bunch it up and pull it through. That's all we're going to do here. Just a little ways to go. You don't want to pull this all the way through, down at the bottom here. So you're going to have to be careful. And there it is. So I'm going to hold on to this and just kind of pull it through here. Okay. So I'm going to sew these two ends together. And this is going to be her little waist. This is going to be the waist. Just as simple as that. I'm going to sew them together like that. I'm going to switch this to zigzag when I get here. Okay, I'm going to switch my machine to zigzag stitch. I try to do that when it's on elastic. I don't know if anybody else does, but that's how I do it. So I ironed on the Poodle, and this is a smaller one. There's a bigger one and a smaller one, and we're going to make her friend, and she's a little bit older, and we'll make hers bigger. And put the rickrack here. She came up with this little design, if you could see. Even though I ironed that, I'm still going to sew it just a little bit on there so it'll stay put. And the reason that I did not sew this and this together to make her skirt is because I think it'll just be easier for me to, you know, sew that on. I can work with the material easier. So here we go. My Poodle and my rickrack on, and now I am going to go ahead and get the back of this sewn together right here. And she wants it this long. I tried to do it a little bit shorter, but that's okay. If that's how she wants it, that's fine. So anyway, let me go ahead and get that done. I've got to change out my thread back to white. No biggie. So here's the finished product. There's the skirt. It's a basic poodle skirt, which is absolutely adorable on her. She has her little black scarf, and a friend of mine did the letter on the shirt. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you. But anyway, so she's headed to her 50's fling, the sock hop dance at the school. That's just a basic poodle skirt. You can do it like kind of shorter and fluffier, but she kind of likes it long like that. And so anyway, like I said, you can do it however you want to. It's really windy out here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was helpful. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.